Alright, so welcome to the makeIT Unit 2 specimen paper video for the new syllabus that would have been made active in 2022. This syllabus is from 2020 on, more than likely will probably last about 5 to 10 years. And I'm going to go through this past paper in a different way because it's a specimen paper and they have actual answers for the specimen paper. I'm going to do my answers and then compare them with their answers and see if we find any inconsistencies and then try to point out things. It's not a bash against CXC, but sometimes the things that they have in their specimen paper, they're a little bit shaky, especially when they do multiple choice. But what we want to do is we want to make sure we understand what the syllabus requires, what types of answers that they're looking for the questions, and how your answer may not always line up with the answer that they want, but you should be able to kind of get the key points in. So let's go into the paper and pay attention to how the answers are given in their answer sheet, and pay attention to how I try to answer them and how you will most likely have to think through them while you answer them. So let's go. Okay, so we're going on to module 2. This one is about information technology tools. This is the one where you could, they usually box it into certain answers, which would be like Microsoft Office answers. But the scenario, Mr. Singh works as a receptionist at a dentist's office. She takes dental appointments from patients in person, but mostly on the telephone, and writes in a large appointment book on her desk. Telephone calls and makes the patient one day in advance to remind them of their appointment. Keep her receipts for payments of services are done, blah, blah. She provides the patient with a copy kept by Miss Singh to assist in providing weekly reports on income and any expenses made. She is considering using information tools to automate her tasks. Discuss 2 reasons why Miss Singh would consider using information tools to automate the task. Alright, reason number 1 is errors, because she is using a paper-based system. The calculations are done manually. This would lead to errors in reporting from time to time. And then we could go efficiency. The paper-based system would take a lot of time to fill out, and the time can be better utilized for communicating with clients. Nice. So errors, efficiency. Once it's a paper-based system, you have the world at your fingertips to kind of tell them why a paper-based system is bad. So errors, efficiency, time, losing the files, want no backups, all those sort of things. You could justify that anyway, I think. But we will have to wait and see what the specimen paper said, because the specimen paper could be a little weird. Alright, there are a variety of communication software to access and communicate with remote information sources. State 2 communication methods Ms. Singh could utilize. Now, apparently she's using the telephone all the time. Telephone calls. We want to communicate with patients, so we want communication methods. So one of the easiest ones, they clearly want you to use IT-based communication tools, so we could say email. Ms. Singh can send emails. Make sure you match it back to the scenario, because matching it back to the scenario would be important. Send emails to the clients to remind them of their appointment. Not just the day before, but multiple emails can be sent. Multiple emails can be sent days in advance. Okay. As one, what other communication method can telephone calls to patient or dinner reminder? I guess it could send a text message. Yeah. Alright, a school will be having a barbecue at the end of the school year. Identify 2 software applications and describe fully how the use of these applications can assist the school with planning the barbecue. Alright, this is cake, this is standard, this is what they ask all the time for all the years. So you could say spreadsheets, Spreadsheets can be used to track payments and calculate the amount of money made from ticket sales. Yeah, that's good enough there. Anything financial. And then you could say word processing, the mail merge feature. Oh wait, calculate the amount of money for ticket sales. You have to state exactly the fully how they could use it using functions and formulas. Usually that's what they look for. Word processing, the mail merge feature. Mail merge feature can be used to send donation letters to multiple sponsors for items. Yeah, we'll just buy items. Yeah, so spreadsheet you could use, word processing. If you use database, you would want to say something like about keep track of the orders or fill out a form when people make multiple orders and use queries to filter out the people who order different types like chicken and fish or whatnot. If you use desktop publishing will be for like creating flyers to advertise the barbecue or advertise the whatnot. So spreadsheet, word processing, database, desktop publishing. Yeah, those are your go-to ones. Or presentation. Presentation kind of hard, like to do slideshow promoting the barbecue on a monitor or something. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't use presentation here. That one kind of weird. Alright, for the scenario below, justify the most appropriate format to present the information. Justify your choice. Okay. Chris Bravo told the architect that he wanted a 2-story house with a kitchen, a study, a laundry room, 2 garage, 2 patios, an entertainment room. And so Chris Bravo, balling boy. I know that's probably Chris Cale and Dwayne Bravo merged. All bedrooms with bathrooms should be on the top floor, and the architect must submit his information to the Town and Planning Department for approval. The most appropriate format. The most appropriate format. Alright, so the ways I could format information will be text, visual, and oral. So we probably want to use visual. Oral is sound, text is writing. Alright, so visual. For 3 marks, identify the most appropriate format to present the information. Justify your choice. Okay, it should be presented visually because what in the world? Oh wow, this is a lot. Each of the specifications need to be seen so that Chris would get a good idea about how the house would look when completed. Yeah, I try. Like, why would you do that for 3 marks though? That's rough. Okay, time for the moment of truth. Let's see what they said. So we had discussed 2 ways missing could consider using information. Alright, so she could have efficiency, the time taken to do repetitive things. Okay, speed at which the information is retrieved. Okay, instead of flipping through the appointment book. Accuracy, preparation of reports could be inaccurate where we have errors here. Presentation of information, the reports could be presented a particular way. Flexibility, it's easier to manage. Storage and retrieval, even though they have speed at which information could be retrieved up here, it seems like it's a repetitive answer, but this is what they usually have. Communication, storing patient information in databases, for example. Okay, cool. Yeah, you have a whole lot to choose from. Choose. Alright, part B, any tool, email, Skype, text messaging, web chat, fax services, video conferencing. How are you using video conferencing? Okay, there are a variety of communication software and access to communicate with remote information sources. There are two communication methods that Ms. Singh could utilize. Okay, how you get video conferencing, boy? She takes dental appointments on patients in person, but mostly on the telephone, and writes. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're taking the appointment in person, people could know it's just the appointment. I do understand how you're using video conferencing, but they have it. Either way, we have email and text messaging. We'll take that and move. Setting up online consultation with the dentist. But they didn't say that she set up online consultation. They say she sets up appointments. Thanks, Sexy. Let's go again. Alright, the school barbecue, they have word processor. They have word processor to generate letters to sponsors. Alright, we had that desktop publishing. That's for newsletters. Presentation to create presentations for the school board about the event. Way boy, that's correct. To sell it to the school board. Here's why we should have a barbecue. Alright, spreadsheet to create a price list. I don't agree with just create a price list, because the spreadsheet could do a lot more, which is will calculate stuff. Imagine if you put spreadsheet, yeah, database, store data and items to be bought. Database, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so the two go. Alright, so the two good there. Part D. Graphics, 1 mark. A diagram showing the dimensions, 1 mark. Or an elevation orient. No. Them wicked, boy. So first of all, they say graphics. But visual is okay, graphical. I will take off visually, because graphically is a much better answer. So I'll take that. Graphically, because the code, each of the specifications need to be seen so that we get a good idea how the house would look compared to others. They have things like elevation of room and dimensions and Alright, once you see the full justification or partial justification, whatever your justification is, should be clear. So, because of these specifications, they need to be seen so that Chris would get a good idea of how the house would look when completed. Yeah, I think that justification would be acceptable. They would check the answer based on justification. Alright, cool. Good. Alright, that one wasn't too bad. That was kind of straightforward. Let's go to the next one. Alright, at ABC International Airport, large volumes of data are stored, retrieved, and transmitted daily in relation to flights and passengers. Explain how the absence of each of the following may affect the airport's business. Updates, if they don't have updates, passengers may become disgruntled because they don't know when a flight is late and would waste time at the airport. That's totally acceptable to me. Data accuracy, the times for check-in may be wrong and lead to people missing their flights. Missing their flights. They can have all sorts of other data that could be wrong, like missing the flight data, the time, the gate, all that stuff. Accessibility, if the information is not easily seen, then passengers would have to walk long distances or have to keep asking the attendants questions. Something so. Accessibility in an airport, if you don't have enough monitors, you won't be able to see and you'll have to walk long distances. That sounds bad enough. What else for accessibility, boy? It's cool. Outline 2 appropriate information sources that could be used to retrieve information or disseminate information to passengers at ABC National Airport. Alright, appropriate information sources. Let's say a television. No, that can be used to retrieve or disseminate. Okay, so let's say a TV. A television that shows the flight data would be good to disseminate the information because multiple people can view one monitor. To retrieve information, they can have a web page, a website. A website can allow passengers to log in and retrieve necessary information such as boarding times. Work hard for our 4 marks here, boy. Yes, anything about disseminating or receiving information. So you could receive the information via the TV, you could receive the information via announcement over the airport. Yeah. The announcement one may not be too appropriate, but okay. Identify 2 emerging technologies and describe how one technology will assist a visually challenged person. 5 marks? Oh wow, this is more writing. Anyhow, this paper is built on writing, like writing and justifying is what Unit 2 IT is about. Okay, 1 emerging technology, 2 emerging technologies. Alright, let's go with fitness trackers. And the next one will be a visually challenged person. Visually challenged person would be text-to-speech software. Right, so I give them fitness trackers, text-to-speech software. Now we have 3 more marks to justify why text-to-speech software will be good for visually impaired. Okay. A visually impaired person, visually challenged person who needs to interact with a user interface can have the text read out to them, making it easier to know which menus are available for them to choose from. It would help them navigate easier. I don't know, I was just throwing words on the paper there because that justification kind of straightforward. Let's see what they said. Alright, data related to land and air traffic control is not timely. It could result in delayed or incorrect decisions. Alright, cool, we'll get that. Passengers receive data late, they'll have flight delays and all that stuff. Yeah. Right, so 2 marks, identify scenario and impact. Impact of data accuracy. We have accuracy, the incorrect data could be the weight of the bags, missed opportunities, missed flights, frustrated passenger. Alright, cool. Accessibility, passengers have to they wouldn't access the flight information and departure times, result in timely arrival at the flight. Okay, they have to go long distances here. Cool, we're taking that. Part B, where they could verify, check the website, good. Make a phone call, check online. So I'm to the TV. Why didn't play TV? They didn't say 2 appropriate information sources. Maybe our website, they have a phone call. So they have check our website, and then they have make a phone call. Then they have check online using a cell phone and other mobile device. So one of them is check the airline website. Next one is check online. I can't see why they wouldn't. Passengers should be able to make change tickets and flights easily. But they didn't say, you see what they, look at the answer sheet that they have here. They have ways passenger can verify flight information, but the question was not about verifying flight information. The question was outline 2 information sources that could be used to retrieve or disseminate information to passengers. So if they were looking for you to answer based on verifying information, then obviously you tell them go our website and you'll call somebody. But the question in asks that they just say to retrieve or disseminate information to passengers. I object again. Anyhow, they will sort that out when they're marking, because they can't ask one thing here and then give a different answer there. Alright, so I have fitness trackers and text-to-speech software. They have examples. We'll just put text-to-speech. Cool. Or magnifier could be one too, yeah. They have actual names of software, but we just have text-to-speech software. So they'll have to accept text-to-speech. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, so we get them. We get those marks there. I don't see any issues there. Nothing to worry about. Alright. Right, so of course, thanks for watching. You made it to the end. If you're looking for Cape IT classes that you want me to teach, you could check us out at education.makeITsimpleTT.com, and you will see all the different packages that we have for Cape IT classes. And of course, you could always come back to this YouTube channel, and there'll always be free videos here to explain different things to you. But if you want dedicated classes that will explain certain things to you and make sure you understand the syllabus inside out, then check us out, education.makeITsimpleTT.com. You'll see Cape IT, and we have a various set of classes from crash courses all the way down to full-on classes with assignments and IA assistance and paper 3 assistance. So you can check that out, makeITsimpleTT.com.